In the deep silence of space, a huge alien ship named Vora Nexus floated like a dark star. It belonged to an advanced species called the Draxians. They were tall, blue-skinned beings with sharp yellow eyes and long memories of battles won. Their empire ruled many star systems, and they believed they were the strongest civilization in the galaxy. But that belief was about to change forever. Admiral Vark Zorath, commander of the Vora Nexus, stood on the command bridge, looking at the hologram of a strange metallic vessel far away. Reports said this unknown ship had just entered their territory without permission. "We have scanned half the galaxy," Vark said in a deep voice. "We know every enemy. But this ship, it does not match any record we have." Commander Rel Shorn, a younger officer with silver armor, stepped forward. "The ship is from a species we have only heard rumors about," she said. "They are called humans. They come from a small planet on the edge of the galaxy. We believed they were weak." Vark's eyes narrowed. "If they are weak, why did they come here alone? Why one warship without escort?" No one had an answer. The alien scientists continued scanning, but with every new piece of data they found, their hearts grew colder. The scan begins. The Draxians activated a deep scan beam, sending invisible light across the enemy warship. The scan went through the outer hull, inside every room, into every weapon system. The results made the room fall completely silent. Dr. Mila Lorak, chief scientist, shook as she read the numbers. "This ship is not like anything we have ever seen," she whispered. "Explain," Vark ordered. Mila's hand trembled as she brought up weapon data. "This ship has fusion cannons strong enough to destroy a city in one shot. Their railguns launch metal at speeds faster than light. And their missiles, they are not normal missiles. They can change direction in mid-space and hunt targets." Another officer gulped. "One missile can split into 10 smaller missiles, and each one can destroy a battleship." Vark's voice turned rough. "Impossible. No species builds such power." But the scan did not stop. It only grew worse. "Human defense systems, beyond logic, Commander." Rel stared at the numbers from the ship's shields. "The shields are strong enough to survive direct hits from our best weapons," she said quietly. "And their armor, it can repair itself." Admiral Vark blinked hard. "Self-repairing armor? How?" Dr. Mila zoomed on the hull structure. "These silver plates, they are made of something called nanometal. Millions of tiny machines healing the damage instantly." The bridge crew looked terrified. They realized something painful. The Draxians, the so-called strongest race, were not prepared for this enemy. "What about their energy source?" Vark asked. Mila's fingers danced across the controls. But when she saw the results, she stepped back in fear. "They have a reactor that bends space inside its core. It creates endless power. We have no comparison." "Endless?" Rel asked, shocked. "Yes, they can fire their weapons non-stop. No cooldown, no limits." Whispers spread across the bridge. No one dared to speak loudly. The Draxians prided themselves on unmatched technology, yet the humans were far beyond them. Strange signs. Humans never give up. The scan also revealed something stranger than technology: human behavior patterns. The warship had many memorial markers carved into its walls. Records of lost soldiers, names written with honor, pictures of families, motivational lines etched into metal. Commander Rella read one aloud. "If we fall, we rise again stronger." Another said, "Humanity protects." And another, "We fight together." "We never leave anyone behind." There was no fear in these words, only iron courage. Rel whispered, "This ship is not here to conquer. This ship is here to survive, and they will do anything to keep surviving." Admiral Vark felt a chill move down his spine. "They fight not because they want war," he said, "but because they refuse to lose." The Draxians suddenly understood something important. Humans were dangerous because they never gave up. The human crew more terrifying than weapons. The scan also detected life forms inside the ship, around 800 humans. But these humans had something unusual within their biology, something the Draxians had never seen. Dr. Mila spoke with disbelief. "The humans, their bodies heal faster under stress. Their heartbeat rises and they become stronger, faster, more focused." Rella frowned. "That sounds like battle instinct." "No," Mila corrected, "this is more. Their bodies are designed to push past normal limits during danger. They turn fear into strength." A large screen displayed a human soldier training inside a room. Sweat poured down his skin, muscles tense, but his eyes burned with determination, not fear. Then the scan picked up spoken words. For Earth. For everyone who needs us. We will not fail. The Draxians stood frozen. Humans were physically weaker alone, but when faced with danger, they became something else. They became unstoppable. A sudden alarm, suddenly. The scan screens flashed red. Alert, human ship detected scan beam, they know you are watching. The Draxians panicked as the human ship slowly turned toward them. The giant cannon on the front of the ship glowed with bright blue energy. Admiral Vark shouted, "End the scan! Raise shields now!" The Voronexus shields activated, but no one believed they would help against a ship like this. Then a message request appeared on the communication screen. A human face came into view. A calm, steady man wearing black commander uniform. His eyes were sharp but not cruel. "This is Commander Ellis of the United Earth Defense Force," he said. "You have entered our scanning range. We know you have studied our ship." Vark hesitated, then spoke. "We did not attack you." Ellis replied, "Neither did we. Humanity does not attack first. But we are always ready to end a threat." His voice had no anger and only truth. "We hope to speak peacefully," Ellis continued. "But if you fire, we will return fire with everything we have." The message ended. The screen turned black. Fear in the command bridge. No one breathed. Commander Rel's voice shook. "Sir, if we go to battle, we will lose." Admiral Vark clenched his fists. "We cannot let fear rule us." But the truth was clear, the Draxians had no chance. Why do they build such a strong ship? An officer asked. Milla answered softly. "They fear something worse than war. Something that might destroy them completely." Rel nodded. "So their greatest strength is not their weapons. It is their reason to fight." Many aliens looked nervous. They had always seen strength as power to rule. But humans saw strength as power to protect. That made them more terrifying than any empire. Human history, a lesson in survival. The scan had downloaded human history records. They were simple but powerful. Humans came from a small blue planet named Earth. Their oceans, forests and mountains made them adapt to all kinds of environments. They survived storms, diseases, wild animals, ice ages, world wars. Yet they kept moving forward. Every time they fell, they stood back up. Every time they were broken, they rebuilt stronger. Rella summarized it in one sentence. They are the children of struggle. A decision must be made. Admiral Vark stood tall and looked around the bridge. "We must decide," he said. "Do we fear them, or do we respect them?" No one spoke. The view screen showed the human warship again, floating calmly. It did not fire. It did not threaten. It simply waited. It was like a sleeping dragon, peaceful until provoked. Commander Rel finally spoke up. "If we fight them, we die. If we join them, maybe we live." Admiral Vark nodded slowly. "We will talk. We must understand these humans. Their courage may help us one day." The final scan data. A warning just before the scan fully shut down. One final piece of data loaded. It was a message inside the human ship computer. A philosophy written by their leaders. Humanity does not run from darkness. We walk into it. Because someone must carry the light. The Draxians stared in silence. Humans were not monsters. Humans were defenders. But defenders can become the most dangerous force in the universe when someone threatens what they protect. Admiral Vark spoke with a heavy voice. "Humans are the scariest kind of warriors." He looked out into the stars. "And they have just arrived." The alien dreadnought Voronexus floated in the deep space, silent and nervous. The Draxian crew kept watching the human warship named Aegis of Terra, which still waited calmly in front of them. No weapons fired, no threats given. But the entire alien bridge felt as if a giant beast was staring at them with calm eyes. Admiral Vark Zorath stood in the center of the bridge, his heart heavy. He turned to Commander Rel Shorn. "Prepare a communication request," he ordered. "We will speak with the humans." Rel nodded and sent the signal. A moment later, the screen lit up again. Commander Ellis appeared. Same calm face, same strong posture. Vark stepped forward and bowed slightly as a sign of respect. "I am Admiral Vark of the Draxian Empire." We apologize for scanning your ship without permission. Ellis listened. His face did not show anger. We understand curiosity, Ellis replied. We also try to learn about new life forms. Let us talk peacefully. His voice was steady, but there was something powerful behind every word. A quiet strength, Admiral Vark continued. We believed humans were a weak species from a distant world, but your ship, your technology, it is far beyond ours. Ellis did not look proud. He simply nodded. Humanity went through many hardships. We learned to survive. We learned to protect what we love. Rella asked carefully. Why are you here? Why come to our space? Ellis took a long breath before speaking. We detected a danger. A massive threat is approaching your region. We came to warn you, and to help. The Draxian crew looked at each other in confusion. A threat bigger than humans? The warning Ellis pressed a button and a huge hologram appeared. A dark red shape moving through the stars. This is a cosmic enemy. We call it the Star Eater. It consumes light and destroys planets. It has already destroyed human colonies in distant space. Admiral Vark stared at the hologram in shock. You defeated it? He asked. Ellis shook his head slowly. No, we only slowed it down. We cannot stop it alone. Silence washed over the alien bridge. Rella whispered. So your weapons, your warship, all of it, was built to fight this thing? Yes, Ellis answered. Humanity built the Aegis of Terra for one purpose, not to conquer others but to defend life. For the first time, the Draxians understood the truth. Humans were not the enemy. Humans were preparing to fight something far worse. Draxian pride versus survival. Some Draxian officers whispered with fear, a few with doubt. Their empire always believed they were the strongest. Accepting human help felt uncomfortable. Commander Rell spoke honestly. Our pride blinds us, Admiral. We cannot fight such a threat. Vark clenched his fists. He had spent his whole life believing Draxians were above all others. But now, he felt small. Ellis looked directly into his eyes through the screen. You do not have to face the darkness alone, Ellis said. Fight with us. Together we can protect our homes. The offer was simple and full of hope. Admiral Vark finally nodded. We will join you. We will fight together. Uniting two civilizations, the Draxians and humans connected their ships. Bridges extended. Airlocks opened. For the first time ever, humans and Draxians stood face to face. Human soldiers walked confidently wearing strong armor, heads held high. Draxian soldiers watched with respect and a little fear. Commander Ellis stepped forward, his hand extended. May this be the beginning of trust. Admiral Vark placed his clawed hand into Ellis's grip, a powerful handshake. We stand together, Vark said. The alliance was born, training for the real fight. The humans shared their technology and knowledge with the Draxians. They taught them how their weapons worked, how to strengthen shields, and how humans coordinate in battle. Human engineers were amazed by some Draxian science too. Both species learned from each other. Most impressive of all, the Draxians watched humans train. Humans ran, lifted heavy weights, practiced combat. They shouted motivational lines, helped each other stand, pushed each other to do better. Rella observed with curiosity. Why do they train so hard? She asked a human soldier. The human smiled. We train for the hardest day, because when that day comes, there is no time to learn. Only time to act, Rella nodded slowly. She admired their mindset. Humans prepared for the worst, so they could protect the best. The darkness arrives days later. Alarms echoed across the ships. Warning. Massive energy signature detected. The Star Eater is here. The stars outside turned dark. A gigantic black shape appeared. A creature made of swirling shadows and glowing red cracks. It absorbed the light around it. Planets behind it dimmed as if night had fallen forever. Fear spread across both ships. Many Draxians trembled. Admiral Vark shouted, "Battle stations!" Human officers moved quickly. No hesitation, only focus. Commander Ellis stood tall on the Aegis of Terra Bridge. All units prepare weapons. Draxian friends, follow our lead. Today we protect life. Today we show what humanity stands for. The Star Eater roared, a silent roar that shook space itself. Waves of dark energy shot from its body, destroying nearby asteroids. This creature was stronger than anything either species had faced. The Great Battle. The Aegis fired its fusion cannons. Bright blue beams struck the monster. The Voronexus launched missiles guided by human technology, but the Star Eater only grew angrier. A giant beam of darkness blasted toward the Voronexus. Shields at maximum, Vark yelled. But the shields were not enough. The beam hit, the ship shook violently. Many Draxians fell to the ground. Rella grabbed onto a rail, her heart racing. "We cannot survive another hit like that," she said. Suddenly, the human warship moved in front of the Draxian ship. Shielding it, Aegis of Terra took the full blast and held strong. Commander Ellis shouted, "Humanity protects him even when it hurts." The Star Eater rushed forward, claws of dark energy spreading wide. But humans did not retreat. Ellis gave the final order, "Fire the Star Lance." The front of the ship opened. A long, bright spear of golden energy shot forward, a weapon designed only for this enemy. It pierced the monster's body. A rumble shook the stars. The Star Eater screamed and withdrew into the darkness of space, defeated for now. The battlefield became quiet. Draxians were safe, and because humans refused to let them fall. After the battle inside the Aegis of Terra, the crew healed injuries and checked the systems. Many humans looked exhausted, but they still helped their Draxian allies first. Rel walked up to Ellis. "You risked everything to save us," she said. "Why?" Ellis smiled softly. "We protect all life. Because if we do not, who will?" Admiral Vark approached too. "You have earned our respect," he said. "Your people are young compared to us, yet your spirit is ancient and powerful." Ellis nodded. "Humans are not perfect. We made mistakes. We fought each other in the past. But now we fight for a better future, for us and for others." Rel looked at him with admiration. "You humans are incredible." Ellis shook his head. "We are just determined. When danger comes, we face it." A new legend begins. News spread across the galaxy. Humans are defenders. Humans do not break. Humans stand between darkness and life. Other species who once dismissed humanity now spoke differently. They called humans the shield bearers of the stars, the warriors of hope, the ones who never give up. The Draxians would always remember one truth: they feared humans, because humans were brave enough not to fear anything else. And somewhere in the darkness, the Star Eater healed and grew stronger. Commander Ellis stared into the stars. "This war is not over," he whispered, "but we will be ready." Humanity had a new purpose, not to conquer worlds, but to protect them.